Well, folks, you never know who you're going to bump into during a family fringy day, and I'm with Josh Alexander. He is the courageous young man from the Ottawa area that took a stance against a male student going into the female washrooms at his school and ended up penalized for it. Josh, your story is unbelievable. You go to a Catholic school. As I understand it, you are standing up for Catholic values, i.e., there are males, there are females, and yet the school suspended you?
Yeah, so I was at a Catholic school. I myself am not Catholic, but I had previously been the public board. We organized the student walkouts there, and I got suspended maybe 4 times. I just decided to switch, and I went to the Catholic, and I got informed by female students that they were uncomfortable with the male students in their washrooms, and I decided to speak out against it. I was suspended, I was excluded twice, and then told I just wasn't welcome back for the rest of the year. Because I sent an email on behalf with my lawyer, and I said I'd continue to adhere to my religious beliefs when I returned to school, and I'd continue to exercise my freedom of expression. And yeah, they said that my presence in the building would be detrimental to the physical and mental well-being of the pupils. And so I returned anyways. It was a violation of my rights, and I ended up being arrested.
This is jaw-dropping for me, Josh. I mean, Catholic doctrine aside, this is scientific doctrine. You are born a male or you're born a female. You can go through life pretending to be a member of the opposite sex. You know, if that's the way you want to live your life, that's fine. But you yourself said the girls at this school were uncomfortable about this boy being a peeping Tom, essentially. Where is the principal, where is the school when it comes to their health and safety?
Yeah, well, they seem to, the number one student that actually came and complained to me did go to the office as well, and they didn't hear her. So at that point, I was the only voice that would take her side, and they have no concern for any student that is concerned about their safety or just concerned about having a natural environment. So they were completely disregarded, and so was I, and then I was actually eventually arrested.
Josh, what does the Catholic Church in the area have to say about this? What does the Vatican have to say about this? You know, you're standing up, as we said earlier, for Catholic values. They have skin in the game. Have they had any response to your story?
There has been a few priests and even one bishop that has reached out, but no, there's really not been much. I've phoned some of them myself, and one in particular, I phoned him and I introduced myself, gave my name, and he just said, "No, I don't want to speak to you." So, yeah, the church isn't too happy with me, I'd say.
It sounds to me, Josh, that the Catholic school is Catholic in name only. If they were true to their doctrine, they wouldn't tolerate this. And, you know, even if it wasn't a Catholic school, like I said earlier, it's a health and safety issue for the female students who are vulnerable to this individual. Here's another question. If I had a child in that school, I'm pulling him or her out of that. Where are the parents on this issue?
Yeah, they've been hiding as well. I mean, it's such a controversial issue. They've watched me be arrested for it, and then even the next day after my arrest at school, I was arrested again in Ottawa. So I've been active since I was 14 years old, but I was only arrested once I started speaking out about this extremely controversial issue. But it's about time that somebody does, because it's posing a threat, and they're attacking the youth of our generation. It's time we speak up against it.
See, I think you've touched upon something. I would bet you anything that if you were to poll the parents, they are totally on your side. They're against what's going on in the washrooms. But they go, look what happened to Josh. And I own a business. If the LGBT mob decides to dox me, they might put me out of business. Is this, I guess, the tyranny of the minority we're seeing played out here?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a restriction on our freedom of expression, and there's a very obvious attack on the family unit in our country, and not just our country, around the world. It's a globalist narrative, and they understand that they can divide the kids from the parents, and even divide the kids from any natural order. they'll have control over them. So they're just confusing and breaking our society, and it's quite sad to see the effect it's had on our youth.
Josh, you have legal counsel. How is it going as this, I guess, eventually will wind through the courts?
Yeah, so I've got I'm going to the Human Rights Commission. Liberty Coalition Canada's helping me out. You can go sign my petition at libertycoalitioncanada.com, and yeah, we're appealing all the suspensions and exclusions, and we'll just see where it goes from there.
One last question. What I find absolutely off the charts in terms of perversity is, I think you're doing the right thing. I think you're standing up for decency. The school and the school board cast you as a villain out of wokeness. And down the 401 at the Halton District School Board, they are going to bat for a teacher that is pretending to be a grotesque caricature of a female. I speak of Carrie Luke Lemieux, aka Kayla Lemieux. And to me, it's like the world is upside down. I mean, here we have a teacher being protected who is totally dressing inappropriately, breaking every shop etiquette rule in the book. He is protected, and to even ask questions if this is a prank, if this is someone suffering from mental illness, that is transphobia. And you do the right thing, and you get expelled, you get arrested. Last word goes to you, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Jordan Peterson put out a tweet, and it showed a picture of me. It said "not allowed in school," and then it showed Mr. Lemieux there. You actually do a pretty good stunt double of him, but and it said he is. So it shows the ludicrousy of our system right now, and it's pretty sad. But as a young person and as a Christian, I feel an obligation to stand up against it. I'm going to continue to do so, no matter the consequences. So I'm in it to save Canada.
Josh, I hope sanity prevails, because your case is insane. Good luck, my friend.
Thank you. God bless, brother.
Well, folks, here we are in the countryside just outside of Hamilton, Ontario. We're covering Family Fringy Day, but you don't see any members of the mainstream media here, do you? Well, you know, we endeavor to bring you the other side of the story. So if you can help us out, I'd greatly appreciate that. Please go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kick in $1 or $3.